Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are diving into an explainer, breaking down one of the most emotional, fiercely debated, and frankly, absolutely historic moments in recent sports history. We're looking at the final World Cup whistle for a guy who has literally defined an entire generation of football. The final whistle, Cristiano Ronaldo's World Cup exit. We're going to unpack exactly what went down on that pitch in Arlington, Texas, the staggering legacy he leaves behind, and, those tactical decisions that still have fans and analysts totally buzzing. So get ready, because this is a story of heartbreak, unparalleled achievement, and the end of a massive era. Okay, I want to drop you right into the emotional aftermath at AT&T Stadium down in Dallas. Right after that final whistle blew, the whole world watched a 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo, a man who has basically conquered the entire footballing world, literally wiping tears from his eyes as he applauded the fans. In his response to this absolutely devastating loss, he simply said, "I gave it my all and I leave with a clear conscience." Man, that is incredibly profound, right? Here's a player totally known for his relentless, almost obsessive pursuit of perfection, just standing there before the media and accepting his fate. He openly admitted how sad he was to leave the tournament this way, but he really emphasized that a footballer simply has to move forward. It's just this raw, super humanizing glimpse into the mindset of an absolute legend at the end of his longest journey. All right, let's dive into this brutal reality on the scoreboard. Spain 1, Portugal 0 in the round of 16. This was a massive, high-stakes knockout match against their fierce Iberian Peninsula rivals. Obviously, Ronaldo was desperately trying to push Portugal to the quarterfinals in a second consecutive tournament, which, by the way, would have been the first time in their history. But instead, they just hit a massive brick wall. In a match that was incredibly tense with razor-thin margins, this final scoreline officially sealed the fate of Portugal's campaign. And yeah, it effectively closed the book on Ronaldo's career on soccer's absolute biggest stage. 90+1. Honestly, this wasn't just a loss, it was a heartbreaker of epic proportions. Mikel Merino scored the only goal of the entire game in the very first minute of second half stoppage time. I mean, think about that for a second. After 90 grueling minutes of intense, super tactical football where Portugal fought tooth and nail to keep their dreams alive, boom, extinguished in the blink of an eye during injury time. It's exactly the kind of sudden death devastation that makes the World Cup so wildly thrilling, but also, so incredibly unforgiving. But hey, we definitely have to give credit where credit is due here, and look at exactly why Portugal's normally lethal attack was completely neutralized. 609. That is the number of consecutive World Cup minutes Spain's goalkeeper, Unai Simon, has played without conceding a single goal. He actually extended his own incredible World Cup record during this match. So it wasn't just that Ronaldo and the Portuguese frontline had an off day, they were up against an absolute fortress. When you're facing a keeper who's riding a historic wave of momentum, like a 609-minute streak, finding the back of the net becomes a monumental task, even if you're the greatest goal scorer of all time. Section 1. A legacy in numbers. Seriously, just take a moment to absorb these stats. 146 international goals, making him the all-time leader in the men's game. 233 international appearances, a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, the 2016 Euro champion, plus 2 UEFA Nations League titles. You simply cannot talk about this single match without stepping back and looking at the absolute mountain of achievements this man leaves behind on the international stage. It's a staggering mini-narrative of unprecedented success. Yet the glaring, obvious contrast here is that one massive trophy missing from this otherwise flawless resume: the World Cup. The deepest he ever made it was a semi-final run way back in 2006 during his tournament debut. So, he conquered Europe repeatedly, but the ultimate global prize, it just remained slightly out of reach. And this brilliantly illustrates just how incredibly rare the air he breathes actually is. World Cup appearances? Lionel Messi at 30 versus Cristiano Ronaldo at 27. When you look at the pantheon of footballing gods, he is second all-time, sitting only behind his eternal rival, Argentina's Messi. For almost 2 decades, these two guys have pushed each other to literally superhuman heights. And these appearance numbers show just how long they've sustained their dominance on the absolute most demanding stage in world sports. 27 times Ronaldo laced up his boots under the intense, crushing pressure of a World Cup match. That level of longevity, it's just practically unheard of. And then, wow, there is this incredible figure, 6. Cristiano Ronaldo remains the only player in the entire history of the sport to score a goal in 6 different World Cup tournaments. He even added 3 more goals to his tally in this 2026 tournament alone, bringing his career World Cup goal total to 11, which ties him for 9th on the all-time career list. Even at 41 years old, he was still finding the back of the net. It perfectly encapsulates his relentless drive, you know? Tournaments change, teammates change, whole generations of defenders come and go, but Ronaldo's ability to score at the World Cup, that remained a constant for almost 20 years. So, how does the man himself view this missing piece of the puzzle? I actually find his perspective fascinating. He told reporters, the 2016 Euros title is on the same level as a World Cup. It's such a powerful statement of self-worth and legacy. From his impartial view of his own career, bringing Portugal its first ever major international trophy in 2016 holds the exact same emotional and historical weight as a World Cup would. He's not looking back with regret. He is looking back with intense pride at the hardware he did manage to bring home for his country. Section 2. Martinez defends the captain. So, right in the immediate aftermath of this really stinging defeat, amidst a ton of noise surrounding the 41-year-old superstar, Portugal's manager Roberto Martinez totally stepped up. His words were definitive. He called him an exemplary captain and an icon in football. Martinez actually noted that when he first took the job, there was a lot of confusion and doubt surrounding Cristiano's role, but Martinez made it crystal clear. Ronaldo is a role model, and he wasn't just talking about the goals and the assists either. He highlighted what Ronaldo does in the box, his unbelievable commitment, and how deeply he experiences the game of football. He basically urged everyone to celebrate him, not just as a sportsman, but as a human being who gave absolutely everything to try and win this tournament for his country. Which naturally brings us to the biggest tactical question that fans and pundits are completely debating right now. Why play the full 90 minutes, right? If Ronaldo is 41 and Portugal desperately needed a goal late in the game, why didn't Martinez substitute him for a younger, fresher pair of legs, someone like Gonzalo Ramos, to try and break that Spanish deadlock? Well, Martinez laid out a very clear, logical, step-by-step defense of this strategy. First and foremost, you never, ever remove your absolute top scorer when you're chasing a goal. Period. Even at 41, Ronaldo commands a terrifying physical presence inside the penalty area. Just by being there, his aura forces defenders to react to him, which naturally opens up crucial pockets of space for his teammates. Plus, if the team wins a crucial dead ball situation in those dying minutes, there is literally no one else you want on the end of it. Martinez argued that taking him off made zero tactical sense within the 90 minutes. He did concede that, hey, if the game had gone to extra time, using a sub like Ramos might have made sense to keep the structure, but while they were fighting for survival in regular time, you leave your greatest weapon on the field. Section 3. What is next? So while Ronaldo himself confirmed this was indeed his final World Cup, he has explicitly asked for time before deciding his overall future with the national team. Which leaves us all with one final lingering question. Has Ronaldo played his last game for Portugal? We're just going to have to wait and see what the greatest goal scorer in international history decides to do next. What do you think he should do? Let us know. And please, make sure to like and subscribe for more stories just like this one. Thanks for learning with us today.